Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of New Book Hoops. I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me, a longtime friend of mine in this indie comics scene, Mad Ruth. How's it going, brother?
Good, Luke. Hail, chat. Hail, Comixgater.
Hell, man.
Doing great. Doing fantastic. My book's doing, good. It's just going along. Yeah.
Hey, people are excited for you. They're excited for you to finally get your book out because they know that you've been working on it for a little while now. Mm-hmm. And, we know you from around the chats, the scene. You've been hanging out for a while, just saying hi, hanging out, being part of the scene. And here you are with a book of your own. So, I mean, it's exciting. It is exciting to see, one of our own come out and make their book. All right, we got this weirdo in the chat here. I mean, you gotta look at that face. You gotta be careful with a face like that. Shit.
That's how I wake up every morning. Yeah.
Right. What's up, Pastmaster Dan? Welcome, sir. Jason says, first, don't care who's above me. Kevlar, what's up, man? Fourth, nailed it. What's up, Tokame? How you doing, Seth? Good to see ya. Hey, Flying Feline. Skull, beautiful. Thank you for coming to hang out. Always good to see you. Got my drink ready. Let's see. Got this weirdo here. What's up, Neff? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming to hang out. And we got a Shadowhawk. Hail, Shadowhawk. What's up? So, man, how long have you been percolating this story?
So it goes way back. So, again, I don't know if everybody in the chat knows I was in the military for 26 years. So I joined at 18. I did 6 years in the reserves. 9/11 happened, and
right,
just like everyone else, I was pissed. So I said, okay, I'm ready to go Reg Force. And then I went Reg Force 2002 for a 20-year contract.
Oh, wow.
Lo and behold, here we are 20 years later, and I'm out. I'm retired. So
this story's kind of been percolating that long, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was my escapism, right? The whole time I was overseas and deployed. Like you sitting somewhere and you got nothing to do. You can't check your cell phone. They didn't have those back then. So
right.
Where do you go with your mind to keep yourself awake and engaged, right? So back in 2005, I wrote the first 6 pages of my book. I actually wrote those as a novel when Hurricane Katrina was ravaging Louisiana. Wow. That's how far back I wrote those. Yeah. And then I wound up in Afghanistan 2006, 2007. You know how it goes. Mass Effect came out, SOTOR came out, went on another deployment, and then it just started collecting dust. So I always said I wanted to be a writer after I retired, but I just put it off to the side until I retired. But then I met comics.
Wow, and then so you had, all right, excellent.
Yeah.
So what's your background in, like, I mean, obviously I can see you're connoisseur of nerddom. And I can see that big ass Darth Vader over there. So I mean, like, give me a little bit of background on what makes up Mad Ruth nerd wise. Like,
so obviously, huge Star Wars fan. I'm always been attracted to villains. You know what I mean? I got Pinhead. I got a couple Cenobites over there as well.
Oh, Pinhead's fucking great, man.
So big Clive Barker fan.
Yes.
So helped Spawn. Huge Spawn fan. Extreme Studios, Youngblood, Bloodstrike. Image was my thing. I picked up every Image comic that was in the rack, 92 on. Like, I'd run to the comic book shop and, a fistful of books like this every week. So,
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were fun, man. They had the hype around them.
Yes.
They built the hype because it was excitement,
Soldiers with guns and knives and action and violence, and that's everything I love. Yeah.
I mean, it was booming 90s, man. It was action adventure stories, larger than life. It's what we all loved, And a little after that, the stories got better. And there was at one point there was a balance between, like, really good story and really good art. And it seems like now it seems like both have gone out the fucking window.
Yes.
But it used to be like you get either a good story and you'll get meh okay art, or you'll get really good art and you get a meh okay story.
So the 2 last books that I actually bought was like Hellraiser from Boom, and if you actually follow that series, you can actually watch it the quality of the story as you keep opening each issue.
Yeah,
just goes in the garbage, and by the end of it, you could tell they were done with it, right? But The Walking Dead as well. I started reading Walking Dead all the way through. By the time I got to the last issue of Walking Dead, I was done with comics. I think I was like 2018.
Yeah.
That was it. I was done. No more. There's nothing else here that appeals to me on the racks. There's nothing that looks like it's made for me.
Yeah.
This stuff doesn't have the line work, the intricate line work detail that excites me to pick up a cover.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Well, see, that's the thing. You might find that kind of line work on a cover, on just a cover, but the interiors always suffer because they put unrealistic restraints on these people. You know, unfortunately, the interior artists don't have the time or the lead time that they need to do those intricate details like they used to. I mean, they used to have to be that graphic because they had to be draftsmen, because that was the way they got the story across. But I mean, there's so many other ways to tell a story now. You've got 3D animation, you've got all that stuff like that. 3D animation really is the thing that people go to tell a story now, it seems, because it's cheap to animate and whatnot, and I don't know.
You can make these elaborate sceneries and all this.
Exactly. But at the same time, it kind of takes away from this medium being able to have the time it needs to put the work in, because everything is so now. I kind of feel like that's why we benefit from this the crowdfunding model that we work with over here, because we're at our own pace. We don't have to worry about doing monthlies. I really love. I mean, I worked in a comic shop for 7 years. I loved monthly books. I loved going to the comic shop. But I mean, if the story suffers because it's coming out on a monthly basis, maybe we retool and make the story better, so I don't feel like I'm just throwing my money down, down a well.
And all you need is that one story arc that goes bad and it ends, and that's good enough for you to end that series. That's it. I'm not buying this anymore. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it usually happens with a change of a creative team. Like, yo, what's up, Edwin? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming to hang out. We also got an Alex VRB in the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Apparently, Alex was up until 3 a.m. Finally drank a glass of liquor and went to sleep. Holy shit, man. I'm sorry that you were that exhausted. That sucks, dude. Hey, thank you for dropping the chat and the link, though. Appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. But yeah, man, usually that change of creative team, and it's like, oh, we're going to go in a new direction from what was going on before. But I was enjoying what was going on before. Can't you, like, stay that same direction but tell a new story? Okay, no, you're just going to completely change everything that was just great. Okay, cool. I'm just going to jump off the book here. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. People, they'll maybe try 1 or 2 issues of a new creative team. And they'll see that they're changing everything because new writer comes in, they want to make their mark, and they're going to change the book up drastically. So they have something to delineate from the stuff that came before that, because telling a good story with what you've been given is not mark enough. You're not able to do that well enough. You got to make a distinct difference with the fucking of everything up, I guess. I don't know. That's how I always saw it. I always wondered why.
I definitely think with art, and especially after having brought a creative team together, you need a creative team where everybody owns their portion of that pie, and they own it, and they love it, and they're passionate about it, and then you all come together and collaborate. That's when you make the magic happen.
I agree. I think that's probably why a lot of this stuff doesn't really come across. I will say this: there's a lot of stuff in the indie scene. I mean, I used to get a bunch of stuff from Image still, like Mirka Andolfo, for example. Her Sweet Paprika comic book, that series was great. Mercy was great, but that's her doing her own thing. She's just being published by Image. So I mean, that creator-owned thing is huge. Being able to do that, you don't have to worry about playing to the market. You tell your story your way, and you build your audience. It's what we're doing over here. You know what I mean?
At one point, I'll be honest, I was on the fence about, do I go Comixgater or Image in the very beginning? It's because Image offered you that 8,000 buy-in, and then they mass produce and they flood the market.
Right, and they're in comic shops. Yeah. But the thing is that you still have to build your audience. You still have to put the word out there. The only reason why Mirka Andolfo's books sold is because people know her name. She's worked real hard to get her name out there. It's not because Image published her book. She could have published her own book and gotten it printed. She just didn't want to deal with that end of it.
Right.
You know? So having Image publish your book is not like okay, here's your golden ticket to indie success. No, you still got to put the fucking legwork in, you know? And at that rate, you might as well just put the fucking legwork in over here and wholesale own that shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, get a taste for what it's like to be in the trenches of actually getting shit printed and then publishing it yourself. And, you know, that whole thing. I mean, I'd rather do that, honestly.
That's all exciting. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and after you get your stuff, like you get your book printed up and you have it in hand, not only can you take it to conventions if you like, you can also, you know, take it to shops if you like. You know,
all kinds of interesting places to sell it. Night markets, you know, like where I live, there's all kinds of rural markets and all kinds of things they set up. I got a population of almost 200,000 people here. 2 universities.
There you go.
An army base. There's veteran marketplace. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of things I got.
Yeah. So you've got people around that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So and you know, you can also, if you really want to, you could do a preview specific version. So it gets into comic shops via that way. If you want to roll the dice and take that route. You know what I mean? But see, that's the thing. There's a lot of people that's all they know is previews. You know, you put together, you scrape together the cash, you get your book made, right?
Yeah.
You get some printed up, or you get them you know, proofed, and you send them out to get them looked at or whatever, and you get an ad in previews, and you get, you know, it's about yay big. You know, it's 2 inches tall. Your picture is an inch of that. You've got about this much space for a paragraph, and you know they'll charge you $2 fucking grand for it.
Yeah, well, that was my reality. That was my reality too. Like I didn't just said, hey, I'm going to make a comic book and do this. I spent 2 years, 2018 and 2020. We were talking about this earlier about how like Comics Artist Pro Secrets used to be a tutorial channel that taught you how to draw and go to Michael's and what to get.
Yeah, here's some supplies to get. Yep.
And difference between sequentials and sequential sizes. It was how I learned how to make a comic book, between reading How to Make Comics the Marvel Way.
Oh yeah.
What else? Making Comics. I read that one as well. On Writing by Stephen King, which I could sum up in like 4 words. Read a lot, write a lot. There you go. You read the book.
Read a lot. Read a lot, write a lot, and then put your script away for a while and let it sit. Yeah. No, there's that book is really good for a lot of like basic mechanics on writing. Yeah. I listen to that book on a regular basis, actually.
I put all this research in. You know, I went online to how do you write a comic book script? Like, you don't just write, right? So, like, there you go. There's my script.
Oh, yeah. I mean, different formatings, you know. It all depends on if you're doing full script or if you're just doing descriptions, you know, Marvel way, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, man, it's everybody's got a different process, but, you know, you got to find what works best for you.
Well, if you're going to do this seriously, you have to do your research. You have to do your homework, understand all the mechanics that goes behind making a comic book, and then going out and finding all the talent, going out and finding an amazing artist to work with, flatter, colorist, editors. Like, I've loved this journey so far for 2 years that it's taken me to make this book.
Excellent. Well, I mean, you sent me that 6-page, the first 6 pages, and I can tell you're having fun with this, dude. It's great, and it's got a very like 2000 AD feel to the book. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the campaign. Why don't you tell everybody like what the inspiration for this book is? Like what is the impetus of this book?
So again, a lot of times sitting around with nothing else to do but just think, right? So I figured civilizations, I know you could argue about how far back civilization goes, but I was like, if you look back at 6,000 years of history, I wonder where humanity will be in another 6,000 years. And it was basically putting that study out there. And I imagine we conquered the whole solar system. We've gotten into like Jurassic Park, genetic mutilation and creating our own creatures. Like, you know what I mean? Like we'll have mastered DNA. And then deals with cybernetics and AI technology, and much like the Terminator, right? You got to figure if AI existed, it would wipe out humanity. Like, you know, you'd be nothing to them, right?
I mean, AI certainly seems to be trying.
So I have to come up with a reason for why we're still around and why they haven't wiped us out, right? So it's just all these things and all these ideas, and what would it be like? And imagining a very gritty solar system where life has very little meaning and there's settler cities scattered throughout the solar system, And then there's this grand conspiracy happening out in the galaxy. That is also the reason why we've never discovered life. And it starts to go into all this stuff. And basically, it's a hero's journey, just like Star Wars or any other, where you follow each of the heroes. You understand the hero's background, what they're experiencing, why they're here, and then you follow the journey for how they all meet, how they all come together, what it is that was conspired against them, and then what they basically start to do to start to fight back. You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's roll the trailer. You can hear that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I dig the soundtrack. It fits with the tone of the book.
So that's also that's copyright audio. I can give a shout out to White Bat Audio. He's an artist out of Vancouver.
White Bat's great, man.
Carl Casey. Yeah, that's his.
Yeah, dude. I have one of his tracks as like my background track when I'm doing a live stream, like when I'm doing topicless.
Yep.
You know, yeah. Carl Casey's great.
Yeah,
he's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah. So I wouldn't push play on that. You're gonna get a copyright Cramp song. But
no, it's all right. Oh, the Cramps, man! It'd almost be worth it. I fucking love the Cramps.
But that's all the 11x17 original art. I actually sold a piece today, which is
nice.
I'm so happy. But all the original character designs that I sat down with Ben Steamroller for 8 months, and I perfected what each of these characters look like. I even took a pencil crayon and colored in the line work, and then handed them back for coloring. You know, just whatever it takes to work. Right? I came up with all the character designs, all the color designs, solidified basically the Bible. This is what the characters look like. This is what they have to look like. So if the artist doesn't do it, refer back to the book. You know.
Right.
Yeah. So all those designs are for sale. There's 8 of those for sale with my campaign.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. The line work on this book is just great, man.
Gonzalo absolutely loves doing this. So we've been best friends for 2 years. You know, all of a sudden you find somebody you just click with, and Gonzalo knows all about Comixgate. The first couple professionals, he was there. A couple of Fragtobers. It's actually funny because, you know, as like when Superman, you know, the whole Superman thing with Gabe came along, he's the one who first talked to me, and I was like, yeah, he's coming to Comixgate. All these things that come up, me and him talk about and joke about, and he carries on. I talked to him about coming on streams. I'm like, I'm kind of feeling bad because everyone's praising your artwork, and you're not here to do it. And he's maybe I'll be able to get him over here sometime. But I
was about to say, man, he's definitely welcome to come hang out tonight if you want to toss him the link and you know, tell him that, you know, I'm an artist too. We can talk artwork. You know, he can, you know, talk about this beautiful stuff that he's putting together over here. I'm just saying.
He's good at typing out English. He's not comfortable talking. But I've been trying, so I just
totally understand.
I'm hiding my artist or anything. Gonzalo loves this book. He keeps asking me, like, when are we going to start the next one? He's like, when are we going to start the next one? I'm like, I need to raise some money. I can't just keep paying for this out of pocket, you know. But yeah.
Right. But I mean, you got, man, the artwork that you do have for the campaign. No, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the book looks good. I can't wait for you guys to see the pages. Yeah. All right. So, let's see. 200 years of war between man and machine has resulted in the solar system depleted of critical resources. Hades-Vex and the AI hive are exiled on Mars, and their AI siege weapons have been outlawed throughout the corporate order. Humanity's desperate attempts to travel amongst the stars have ended in catastrophic failure. With the Ronin saboteur, let me see. Hang on.
I can keep going.
Miesha Atsu.
Yeah.
How did I do?
You got her. That's right.
Nice.
Perfect.
All right. Evading capture at the edge of the heliosphere, it is time to call in Dexter Barrow, the Merchant of Death, who once saved humanity from the brink of annihilation. When Dexter the Bounty Hunter agrees to subdue this elusive new threat, he discovers an ominous conspiracy involving sinister forces beyond the pale, and the fate of our solar system is again at peril. I mean, if that doesn't get you right in the ghoulies and like, yo, I want to know what's going on. Like, I don't know what will. I mean, that is just sci-fi, cyberpunk to the core right there. I love it.
Pete Cimetti hit me up that, you got to talk about, I want to hear about the characters. So I specifically wrote that because of Pete, and he also said, I'm tired of seeing campaigns without lettering. So I said, okay, I'm up for that challenge too. So I put 3 sequential in there. You want to see lettering? Here you go. So yeah.
I mean, you've got a great letterer on this book. Used to work for Extreme, right?
Yeah, Kurt Hathaway. He black. I gotta shoot here. All my stuff's all buried. Yeah, so like Extreme Studios back in the day. Extreme Hero. That's one that Kurt Hathaway edited, lettered that. Obviously the old,
Bloodstrike, my boy Fraga. That's my dude right there.
So Kurt Hathaway, he has been patient. He's been so kind. I've learned so much from him. I'm lucky for everyone that I've met because they've helped pick up, somebody who's a new writer,
Right.
And it's not my artist. Clearly, it's not my artist's first comic book either, right? So, yeah, but yeah. Sorry.
I mean, these are great pages. So, I mean, if this was his first book, I'd be very, I would be like, damn, this is great. Where's he been hiding? Shit. Oh yeah, here's the pages. These are some of the pages I'm talking about. Yeah. Like as this whole scene plays out, these first 6 pages, it's a very 2000 AD vibe to the sci-fi. And if you guys have read any 2000 AD comics, you'll know exactly what I mean as soon as you start reading this. The feel, the grittiness, the futurism. You'll get this from the book. And I mean, this is just the first 6 pages that I read. So, like I said in my tweet, calling all sci-fi fans, this one is definitely for you.
But yeah, so I'm the writer, obviously creator, but I also storyboard every single freaking page. I've sit here for 3 hours.
Dude, that's right. I remember you showing me the storyboards back in the day. Yeah, man.
I sit here every night and I draw these, and then Gonzalo takes these and he runs with them for the week, and then he
that is a good thing because you are thinking about it visually. Sometimes writers that only do the writing, they don't really think about it as visually as they could. But trying to visualize it on page is a good mental exercise for you, so that you have a common, visual language to share with your artist. If that makes sense.
Gonzalo says that takes half of his time away is trying to read what somebody's written, try to figure out how you're going to do it on the page, how you're going to do this sequentially, how you're going to achieve this, what the hell is he talking about? He said he doesn't have any of that.
See, there you go. Even if it's just stick figures and just placement of things. Oh, you're looking for it to be like this, and you can ask questions because, as the age-old saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Right. Being able to show somebody visually versus trying to describe via words, a whole different ballgame.
And it's very much like, it's incredible. So with this book, those first 6 pages you talked about, I don't know if we brought this up on the stream, but originally I had this as a novel. So in
you said that at the beginning,
Those first
tell us a little bit about that.
It was a 20-page chapter. It was a 20-page chapter when it was in a novel. I was able to cut those 20 pages down to 6 in a comic book by making it a visual medium. Right? Yeah. So
again, picture's worth 1,000 words, man. It it condenses things down, and you can move the story along, especially if you've got a competent artist that is telling the story. Because half of a comic is visual storytelling. It's not just the words. It's not just the dialogue. You have to be able to convey what's happening with the pictures as well. That's the beauty of this medium that we work in.
And the best part is I'm so crazy. The whole story's up here. I got all 3 books up here. So even when I was doing this, I gave myself 88 pages of real estate. So there's 88 pages of continuous story.
Excellent.
Barriers. That's not up to Vaughn's standard, or now Malin's got Graveyard Omega. Those things are pushing 140 pages of story. Like, you know what I mean? But 88 is still pretty impressive.
Dude, 88 pages is pretty fucking damn good for a first book. I mean, that's a solid chunk of story.
Yeah. But that's what determined all the heights of how big a fight scene was drawn out, going through all that real estate and deciding how to allocate 88 pages to tell what I want to tell in this first volume.
Yeah.
So, and it's quite the roller coaster ride, I promise.
Well, I mean, if the first 6 pages are any indication, I would say so.
Oh yeah, it gets pretty crazy.
Right. So, perfect bound graphic novel, so it's going to have the nice spine on it.
A good thing to measure my book against would be Kyle Ritter's Starblades. He's only got one extra sheet in that book than I'll have. Exact same
Okay.
thickness, exact same size. If anyone's wondering how thick my book will be, he's only got one extra sheet of paper in there.
Okay, so yeah, about that size.
Yeah.
Got it. That's great, man. That's a solid chunk of story.
Mm-hmm.
4 full page art. Let's see. Blood and Ink. Line art graphic novel. Same layout as the color version stuff, just black and white with the red for the blood, huh?
More
Nice.
like a Frank Miller type feel, but it's
Yeah,
even
totally.
even more than that. So instead of just taking a line art book and pumping that out, we're going to go back through and we're going to accentuate the blood. So all the bloody scenes are going to be just a little bit more gritty.
Just a little extra
water,
bloody.
Just, you know, so
Nice.
it just makes it just a little bit more violent and worth reading it a second time with the line art issue, you know? You get a different perspective.
Hell yeah.
With red lettering too for, you know, oh yeah, it's going to look really pretty.
Awesome. Listen to the wise feline, hit the like button.
Yeah. Also like to add to, I don't know what people are, so I know I'm a sneaky person. I just snuck in, no sign up, no mail in, no real you know, interaction or anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, I forget where I was going to
Coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, just grinding away on the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going. Sorry.
Well, I mean, you said you didn't do a sign up, but
yeah, no, I still lost.
No, just lost. It happens. We'll be talking about something that'll just like come crashing back into the forefront of your mind.
Yeah, I've got scatterbrain. That's one thing for me. I go from zero
Trust
to
me, it happens. It happens. Okay, so the featured tier here is the color book and the black and white or the blood and ink version. Nice. Okay. And then the
16-page
half issue ash can.
So now
is that going to come with everything? That the okay?
So I know I'm in Canada, and I think that shipping is really like I'm losing a lot of people. So I'm obviously tracking the analytics. I had like 500 people look at my book, but only 23 people back it. So I think people are seeing that shipping, and it's turning them off. Right? There's not really much
shipping
I can do.
is a nightmare right now.
So every CG book I back, I have to pay that $20 US every time, right? But what I did was I figured I'd throw the ash can in for free. So
yeah, to kind of offset that, so you guys people are getting more story.
Right, so it's got bios, and this will be redesigned. Like this is the version 1 that I created, and I'm not happy with it. But they'll get this. It has all the characters, all the original character designs, all the bios, and you can see it. That's the ash can.
Right.
So every one of those. And the original art 11 by 17s, those are those images that people are buying, right? And this is me meeting Gonzalo, the artist, and just doing some trials, right? Let's come up with a couple spaceships. Good. Let's come up with Misha's father there, the Shogun.
That's awesome.
Right, in the Shogun's throne room. I was like, okay, good. That's what we got. And then Dexter in his police-issued uniforms. And then these two little feral rodent things that sit on his his shoulders that have been genetically mutated and cybernetic, and they got all sharp teeth and fangs, and they can fly. You know, this is one of the AI. He's half zombie. You know, half his body's all rotting, and he's half mechanical and machine, very angry.
Oh wow!
You know, that's more of the AI horde. So yeah, that's the ash can, and then, you know. So you get that for free, right? All the line art.
Yeah, character bios and behind the scenes stuff. I mean, that's always fun. Like, extras like that are always good to throw in.
That's your ash can. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing to make up for the shipping, right?
Yep. I mean, there's nothing to be done about the shipping right now. Shipping is just it's a horrible necessity. You know, it's an expensive necessity, I should say. It's not horrible. The only thing horrible about it is the cost.
That's how I can get my book to anybody in the world who wants to read it.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So the featured tier, and so whoops.
Yeah, it's at the
Volume 1. This is the regular edition, and $25 for. I mean, that's $25 is about standard, you know. And then I mean, on most stuff that I back here domestically, I have to pay at least $10 shipping. So I mean, having to pay another $10 for shipping, you know, because you're out of the country. I mean, I understand it.
Yeah, then you get an ash can for free, right?
Pops says RJ is beating the shipping problem. Talk to him.
Yes, everyone keeps saying. So I'm 20 minutes from Maine. Well, 20 minutes from where the trees start.
Right.
I'm 2 hours from Bangor. Everyone keeps saying I need to find a meetup point with RJ somewhere there in Maine, and we can do some sort of a handover.
Seriously, just like, you know, give him the books and let him ship them. Like, so, fuck's sake, that's just, yeah.
But in all seriousness, if I do have to do a second chance or something, I might be looking more at launching this from stateside as opposed to from Canada. But, you know, for the first one, I just want to do everything myself, right? So.
Right. No, I totally understand that. Seeing what you can do. But I do love the fact that RJ is doing his thing. Hockey is helping distribute books over in Australia for our brethren and sisterin over in the land down under. It's great. You know, I'm glad that there are people that are helping, you know, get stuff fulfilled and hopefully, you know, getting shit shipped out cheaper.
Yeah, it looks like we're working on solutions around Indiegogo and working on solutions for creating our own global network, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're slowly but surely we're building our way around, you know. Pop says he's doing the fulfillment for Rini.
Oh, nice.
Damn it, now I want to go to Maine. I went to college up in New Hampshire, and Flying Feline used to live up in Maine. So, yep. We've got Hockey and Bancroft to help CGAU and Charlie's London, maybe others for CG UK. Excellent. He's doing complete fulfillment. His business plan is solid. Yo, Pedro, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. How you doing? Been a little bit since I've seen you. I'm glad the horse hasn't gotten you. All right, so you can get either the color or the black or the blood and ink, and you know, or you can get both of the featured tier. And I love this. I hope retailers would actually take advantage of this, because this book would absolutely sell in the comic shop. I guarantee, like, looking at this cover and people like, oh, can I open this to look at it? Sure, go ahead, take a look at it. And they'd take one look at it and be like, yeah, I'll take this. Like, no question. Like, I mean, in Bahaba, Maine.
That reminds me.
Still want to see that place.
Because I'm such a sneaky bastard, I didn't do my proper homework. I needed the product to sell itself to that degree, so I wanted to come out swinging with a book that was so good that people couldn't put it down. There you go. That completes that thought I couldn't complete.
Okay. There you go. Yes. Well, you know, that's the thing. If you do the sign up, then you have like this extra little like it's like the mint on your pillow at the hotel. You know what I mean? It's like the extra little like cherry on top of the awesome, you know, because it rewards those that, you know, signed up early and were paying attention, and, you know, those are your serious backers. You know what I mean?
So I have had a YouTube also, by the way, if you're really bored and you want to see someone just get drunk and be stupid, I've got a YouTube channel as well.
Link is in the description of this video.
Yeah, but for 2 years I've been making videos about this campaign, and then I drink 2 cans of malt liquor and I get stupid on the stream or whatnot, or I just put videos together. But you can see the evolution of this book for 2 years if you're curious to see how much work I've done.
There you go. See? That's awesome.
I'm sneaky.
Yeah, you know, just slowly but surely working behind the scenes. That's great.
Well, I just retired from the military in June, so there really wasn't much more. Like, same thing with you had me on streams. I was so nervous to talk because I still had enhanced reliability. And I was just like, if somebody realizes I'm here, something bad happens, you know.
Right, if I say the wrong thing, yeah.
Cancel culture. Yeah. So if you're wondering why I was so weird, that's why I was like, I'm not out yet, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't say weird, just awkward, you know. Now you're able to be yourself.
Yes,
you know?
I'm free.
That's fantastic, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And now you get to do you, man. You get to work on your comic. Get to produce a book.
This is my retirement dream, was to write after I retired out of the Army, and Comixgate gave me the ability to do that.
Well, there you go, man.
And it's Comixgate that taught me how to make the book. It just, you know, where else was I going to go?
Yeah. There is such an amazing talent pool. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
All the mistakes.
There is such an amazing talent pool over here. Yes. Just incredible depths of talent and a wide variety of styles. Wide variety of disciplines, You know, wide variety of things that people do. I mean, we got our boy Pedro, who not only made a comic book, but he's a fantastic animator. You know, he's animating trailers for everybody. Go look at Frog G. Go look at Woodrow's book, Akori Inu. You know, he's done all kinds of stuff. Hammerella. I mean, shit, our boy Pedro's doing stuff everywhere, working for Art T-Bear. But, I mean, you know, there's all kinds of talent over here, you know.
Absolutely.
People that work with metal, people that do 3D printing, people that do, you know, 3D sculpting, you know, 3D animation. I mean, it's just, it's endless.
I'm excited about comics like I was 20 years ago.
Right? And that's amazing. Yeah. Freedom, Feline says. That's right. Got that freedom. Freedom to do what you want. And what you want to do is make comics and sell awesome artwork. Look at this. Dexter, is this version 1 art tier or volume?
Right, but these people are confused. So again, I showed you all the trading cards. I showed you my half issues. Those are the original character designs that I sat down with Ben Steamroller. Okay. So they're 11x17 comic board, the original pencil and ink, but plus everything else goes in there. So you get a print that I also have, 11x17, and you get all 5 of the version 1 trading cards. So if the stretch goals go, I'm going to redesign the backs. I've already talked to a couple people, but I've printed off like enough of these trading cards.
Bring those back up.
Yeah, so I print off. Sorry, the light fucking sucks. I print off enough of these trading cards that they'll get the version 1 prototypes of those. Okay. The version 1 prototype of this. So if you go back to the art tier.
Okay, I got you. So they'll get some of like the prototype stuff.
All of that, and inside of their version 1, Ben's gone to the back page and he's put a personalized sketch. Just
oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool.
So they get that sketch. They get the 11x17. They get both books. They get the version 1. They get all the stretch goals, 5 cards. I jammed as much as I could in there.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a deal.
Yes.
That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of cool
people
stuff.
Realized it would move, and I sold one today. Oh, I'm so happy. And so's Ben. I told Ben I sold one today. He was like, yes, because I give him. So even though I paid him to do the original work, I'm also giving him a chunk of everyone that sells. So
that's awesome.
Only right.
I mean, that's how you have your artist be invested in the project. You know. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, that's if everybody's working towards a goal that, you know, hey, we want to make the best book possible. I mean, and everybody's putting their all into it, you know. That's where, like you said, that's where the magic is. That's when the magic happens. This
is all about this being a passion project too. So once you do get to stretch goals, you're not there yet. I'm trying to raise enough money to make the next book. Okay. I already invested what I needed to make this book to prove what I could do. What's raised in this will automatically go to paying the next one. And this is why my artist is like, when are we starting the next one? And I'm like, I need some money first before we start the next one. You know?
Yeah, you gotta get a little influx of cash.
Yeah.
So you can make the next one. So you've already got the first stretch goal unlocked.
Yeah. Stickers.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
And I want
5K, the first trading card will be unlocked for every backer.
And honestly, if I make that 25K, I'm going to be over the moon. I don't want to commit to anything yet, but you know what I mean? Who knows how crazy I'll go. Because there's only 3 other trading cards to make.
Right.
If I hit that 25K, you know I'm going to be happy. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I mean, that's fantastic, man.
But I'm not stupid as well. I'm a brand new creator. Nobody knows me. I haven't built that trust yet. No one's picked up my books, and I understand an apprehension, and then they see the shipping, right?
Right. So, well, I mean, shipping is always a deterrent when ordering something from overseas.
And I've studied Comixgate enough to know that brand new creators typically make about 7,000 and make about 100 backers. That's a realistic anticipation for a first-time creator, and I know these things because I've been around.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, so far you're doing good, man. As a first-time creator. Again, maybe the email sign up might have helped, you know, get some more eyes on it. Initially, you know, it's just, you know, like Jason and Inkspots did with Frog G. You know, they built it slowly but surely. They you know, they realized that they had something, so they got an idea together, and then they you know, set up the mailing list as soon as they could. You know, as soon as they had a solid concept. And while they were still building, they had people signing up for that mailing list, and they just kept talking about it. You know, Jason would do a little piece of artwork. I mean, they built it slowly but surely, and you know, when they launched, and boom, You know, it's all about getting the audience along with you on the ride. It's about engaging them. Like, hey, I got this awesome fucking adventure. You gonna want to check this out? Come with me. You know, that's what we're doing. Let's go on an adventure. Let's go.
I acknowledge that these are things I should have done. Like I should have been more engaged. Should have been on more streams. Should have been on more cameras. You know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, right? And bottom line, I just had to pull the trigger when the time was right and when I was right. And
obviously it's I mean it's working for you, you know, right now. So I'm just saying, you know, on the next one, you know, you're going to build from here. I mean, and everybody finds their own way as they're doing this. You know, just because that's what worked for somebody doesn't mean it's going to work for somebody else, obviously. But yeah, you know, people are excited for you and this book. I can see it. I mean, just in the retweets for the tweet for this stream, like I had so many people like liking it and retweeting it. That's you know, because you know it's you, man. People like you. You know, you've been hanging out in the chat. You talk to people.
It's been a great community. Like
you're part of the scene, man.
Comicsgate kept me sane through that whole COVID nonsense. Like, thank God Comicsgate was there, because you know.
Connection, you know,
all those friendships.
Yep, and creative connections too, you know. All right, so version 2 art tier, so kind of like the version 1, but the second version.
8 of those. So for all 8 of the character that I showed you in the half issue, there'll be one of those tiers for 8 of those 8 characters, and there's just one for one. Like that's it. You buy all 8, they're all gone. So
yeah. Hey, take it easy, Alex VRB. Have a good one. Hopefully you can get some sleep, man. He says, keep up the good work, man.
Oh, thank you so much, Alex.
All right, and version 3. Wow, you just got all kinds of stuff. Like, been through iteration after iteration and getting this right. That's fantastic, man.
I had 15 years to dream this universe up, so to speak. It's not a universe; it's a solar system, but
yeah. I mean, it's a universe in your head.
Yeah.
There's probably you know galaxies beyond that solar system.
But that's all in there, you know. And trying to achieve fast near light speed, and why all those questions come up.
Right. Ha! Nice. So this is hard sci-fi. I gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, it's violent, it's bloody, it's gritty. You know, everyone lives hard lives.
Well, I mean, it's sci-fi cyberpunk. I mean, because that's the definition of cyberpunk. High tech, low life. You know, they got a lot of great technology that's supposed to make life easier, but life just sucks. I mean, that's a reoccurring theme in cyberpunk. Just because better living through technology and chemicals. Ha. Right. Yep. So much original art on this. Holy shit! Like, if people are looking for original art, this you've already 0 art tier. Nice.
Sold today.
Nice. Cool. I imagine more of these, if not all of these original art tiers, are going to disappear.
People realize what's in them and what they get.
Exactly.
Sorry about my phone. It's going crazy.
It's all right. You got people contacting you. Somebody wants an animated series for Soltak. That's
I can't throw it far away. Oh no, it's awesome. It's great. I'm having fun. I'm just having so much fun.
Dude, and that's important. And again, like I said, when I was reading the first 6 pages earlier, that fun comes across. I can tell that you're having fun and that you are firmly, ensconced in this world inside your head, this solar system inside your head.
But if you're looking for more to look at what you got in the end, there's 2 updates that also got. So in my updates, I'm also going to include stuff. So there's 2 pretty cool updates in here.
All right, I will scroll back up here.
Like I said, I study I was reconnaissance and surveillance, so when it comes to studying what to do. So that's the blood and ink cover. Now, what I want to add to that blood and ink cover is it's going to be a lot more bloody. Those knuckles are going to be bloody. Blood's going to be coming out of people's nose, and the floor is going to be bloody. I just didn't want to do that on Indiegogo. I didn't want.
Yeah, Indiegogo is a little. It's funny. They're a little squeamish about blood.
This cover is a little more PG than the actual cover is going to be.
Right, but I mean, you can have flat out porn comics on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Yeah, and whatever, you know, blood. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And then,
I mean, frankly, I'd rather look at tits than blood anyway, but whatever.
There should have been an update before this, so I got a lot of back and forth. But if you scroll up the update, I don't know if it's below it. I don't know how the updates work, to be honest.
Let's see. This is the first update.
There you go. There you go. So in there, if anyone's curious to see how many pages are in my book, there you go, from cover to back cover. That is how many pages are done. That's how much line work is done. That's how much colors are done. Lettering is done to page 50. Coloring is done to page 60. Flats are almost done right through the end. We're on the very last page of line art right now. So.
Yeah. So this book is almost done. When are you looking to fulfill?
I'm hoping to print it by the end of the year. And then I gave myself till June 2023. There's no way I'm going to be late. I'm hoping to have this in people's hands by March. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yo, Skits, what's going on, man? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Everybody, just go check out Skits' YouTube channel and his book. It's a hell of a great book.
Yeah, I got Skits. I got to get into Skits' origins, and I got to have a look at his new book too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Gorgeous work. Mike does great work, man. Yeah, seriously.
The first book was fun. I even had a picture where I had to cut out the pointy Skits mask, and I sent that back to him. When I was
yes.
I had fun with that.
Yes. I have my pointy Skits mask in with the rest of, like, I have a box that has all of like the extras and stuff that come with like campaigns, so I don't lose anything, and it's in there with a bunch of extra perks and stuff.
And the bird in the cage that you pull.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
that's cool stuff.
That's right here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see this, but that's right here.
Yeah.
Right there. Along with my paper doll. Yeah. And my belly band. Oh yes, it's right there. And then, God's hand.
Yeah.
And then Kryptonals down there. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Gotta have Black Tiger, Butch Cleaver, Downcast, Kill Journal, U.S. Assassin. Gotta represent my people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Lady Death, Tarot, Black and White.
Nice. I got that Black and White too.
Absolute Mary Boys. Nice. She.
Yep.
Reaper Destroyer, Monster D, The Embrace, Brutus. I mean, Black Flag, Cyberfrog, Jawbreakers. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. I rearranged my my spinner racks the other day. I was like, you know what? I gotta put my people on the spinner racks because that's how we roll. This is indie comics.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
Right. I can't wait to put this one up there, man. This is a beautiful book.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I can't wait to see this cover when it's finished, when it's got all the blood on it that it's supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
Because YouTube is squeamish. That's I still find that funny.
Mm-hmm.
Find that funny.
Inside my book too, so I don't know if I told everyone about my whole creative team, everyone. So obviously Gonzalo, I went through 300 portfolios. I spent about 2 months studying artists' portfolios until I met up with Gonzalo.
Damn.
And me and him gelled and we clicked and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this. Flatter is Shane. I don't know if a lot of people know Shane out of the Philippines. Colorist for the first 60 pages was Alonso Espinoza. He's Pixel Tool, so he helped me out big time with the first big chunk of this book.
Yeah.
And the letters Kurt Hathaway, and then the editors are Red Valkyrie edited.
That's right, Shane's eye.
Yeah. Best creative team I could possibly put together. Yes.
Hell yeah.
And everyone.
And like I told you, man, it reads well.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything just gels together.
And everyone's working
it's got a distinct feel and a style to it.
Yeah.
Yep. And like they were saying the other day on the stream you did with them, everybody sounds distinct. Each one of the characters sounds like a distinct character, and that's important. And sometimes it's hard to do. You got a nice rack, Luke. Yes, he does. Why? Thank you. I appreciate it. You're gonna make me blush. I do declare. I am excited for people to get a chance to check this out, man.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see good sci-fi. I mean, there's oh wow, did you see that? That just jittered. There's a distinct lack of good sci-fi over here. It seems like all the good sci-fi is over in I don't know, over in Europe, over in the UK, like 2000 AD stuff, or like the the French albums that we then get, you know, over here eventually.
Yeah,
you know.
It's like the 70s again or something.
Yeah, I mean, listen, DeathMetalHero and you know, heavy metal, they were groundbreaking back in the day. But I mean, not even heavy metal does stuff like this anymore. Like, it's all, I don't know, it all just comes across as watered down and tame to me. Like, I remember when heavy metal used to, like, you know, have good, like, well-told stories that were dark and fun and, you know, made you question things, and now it's just, it's kind of boring.
That's what happens when art becomes corporate, right? People are just there for a paycheck. They're not there to make the art, right?
Not there, not there for the not there for the right reason. No soul. No soul in it. Well, there's definitely plenty of soul in this book, man.
Oh, I was so happy to get it out of my head and share it with the world. It's awesome.
Hell yeah. Especially since it's been kicking around in there for like 15 years.
I want my sanity back.
What's up, American Comics? Good to see you. Exactly. You know, you got freeing up that headspace so you can create more stuff. That's great, man. Hell yeah. All right. So what else do we need to know about Soul Tack that we haven't covered? Because you got 88 pages of story and four full page art pages.
And you saw those in the ash can. If anyone in the chat, you did mention questions and stuff. If anyone has any questions,
yeah. Does anybody have any questions about this awesome sci-fi book that's coming out? Man, I love these pages.
Like I said, you can share that if you want. Even those 6 pages. I don't mind sharing those either. It's just going to make more buyers.
Well, let's see.
I know that first page got a scantily clad. See, this is the thing. Are we allowed to show women in their underwear or not? Like, is that going to get us struck or not? Because there are pages like that in my book, but I'm apprehensive to show it. You know.
What's going on, Matt?
Yeah, nice.
Matt says this book looks sweet. I get to hang out with Mad Ruth on Friday. That's awesome. You going on the Nighthawks?
Yep.
Hell yeah. You're going to have a lot of fun. Yeah, Arvid and Matt are fun. And
Arvid doesn't mind.
Yeah.
He caught me.
The whole group. They're all fun. Nighthawks is a fun show.
Tirade on Twitter, and then I felt bad, and I was like, shit, what do I do? So,
yeah.
Hope Arvid's still cool. Yeah. He caught me at just the right time.
Excellent. Yeah. Here, I'll bring up the first page.
Sure.
Let's see. So, stop sharing and share screen, Chrome tab.
And even
so this is
pages,
this is the first page. This is the intro. This is the first page of the book. Just waking up on a starship. I mean, look at this establishing shot. I mean, obviously somebody's sleeping, and then definitely in space. First thing, and sword. You know. So I mean, this whole scene just kind of tells you a lot about this character right off the bat.
And even it's like, here we go.
Yep. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So. But even that artwork, my artist, again, like I said, he's kind of got the same OCD that I have. So he keeps looking at the Indiegogo, and he realized he didn't like the artwork that was up there. So even the pages I put up now, he took the time to get more high res, more clear, more better quality images, and we're constantly exchanging files just to make sure when these things go to print, they're going to be crisp and dynamic and beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, that's how passionate. Yeah.
And share screen, Chrome tab. Look at this. This is I guess is page 4.
Okay, yeah. It's when the NLS near light speed spacecraft actually takes off.
Yep.
Yeah, it goes firing off away from our solar system as they try to get away, and they don't get very far. You can
no, and then this shit starts sweeping in.
Yeah, they come out of nowhere.
Where is it? This, I love the layout on this page here.
Yeah.
Like I love this non-traditional panel layout. Like, and it really works with the motion of the ships flying.
When I was studying, and it just resonated with me right away. I was like, bam, that's that page. I automatically filled in all the blanks, and I knew what to do with it.
That's a great layout. I love it. I love the layout of that page.
Let's compare my artist to me. Hold on. See? There's me. There's my. This is what I need you to draw.
Nice. And then he went with, and then he came up with this page layout.
No, sorry, my bad. There we go. There it is. There it is. There's that one.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Look at that.
Yeah, this is what we need to draw.
Awesome, dude. And then the storytelling in this last page down here that you sent me. I mean, just I love this. And then that last caption. Gordon never even had a chance to blink.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the shattering glass, the reflections. I mean, I love this opening, man. I mean, that's a hell of a way to kick off a fucking book. I gotta say, man, that's a hell of a way to kick off a book. So yeah, man. I think
I came out swinging. Eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Looks awesome.
Thank you.
Feline knows.
Thanks for Feline.
Yeah, dude. I think you're going to do well with this book. I mean, you're already off to the races. You know, you're doing great, man. And just you're just getting started. You're just getting started too.
Yeah, 2 days in. Yeah.
Yep, 2 days in.
Great. And
I mean, you've already reached your funding goal.
Yep.
So,
and that was my commitment. That's the only thing that came up. If you're like, if I see that 500, I don't trust. Well, you got to get to learn who it is that's doing the book, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm not bragging, but I'm clearly committed to finishing this project.
Right. Well, I mean, and once they look at the rest of like what you've put in the campaign as well, you know, like this is how much is done, you know, this is how much I've already, you know, put into it. Like this is a passion project, obviously, for you, and you know, you're going to see this to the end because it means something to you. This isn't just like, well, I'm trying to get you to give me a bunch of money for something, you know. This is I want to put this out. This is something from me, you know. It's nice that I get to share it with you, but regardless, I was going to make this book. Yeah. No, I get it, man. It's a passion project. You got this story that you want to share with the world, you know, and you'll find its audience, you know. And it is finding its audience, obviously. I mean, again, it's the artwork is beautiful. Like you got a great artist, and you guys have a nice synergy going on. I mean, as much as that word is overused, you know, in this day and age, but yeah, in this instance, it is applicable.
Yeah, very much.
All right. Well, if nobody else, and it looks amazing. Yep.
Thank you.
It does indeed. Put a lot of work in. See, this is what happens when you put in the work. This is what happens when you have the passion and you put in the work. You get a great product like this, and you get a good response. You know. Yeah. I mean, hell, look at Frog G. You know, yes. Inkspots and Jason, they're passionate about that book, and they put the work in.
Jason backed me too, by the way. Thank you so much, Jason. I was almost a little emotional when he backed, because I mean, I got Absolute 1 and 2 and Frog G, and
yeah,
just thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Mad Ruth, thank you so much for coming to hang out, man. I am so stoked for you, and I am so proud of you, because I know that we've had conversations, you know, way back in the day when you were, you know, doing your research and whatnot, and getting ready to like jump into this full force. And I'm really happy to see you here today with your book launched and doing great, man. This is fantastic.
It's wonderful. I'm so glad to be here, and thanks for having me, Luke. Thank you, chat.
Absolutely, man. Chat, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're amazing. Especially you, Feline, you're amazing. All right, you guys, we are out of here, and thank you all so much for coming, and we will see you next time. Peace.